And let's see how this is going. Yep, my phone got that I'm streaming. And the dashboard seems to have that I'm streaming. Let's see if it has my audio. Yep, that has audio. Oh man, it's been a while since I've been on Twitch, and I wonder whether or not the mobile chat is still broken. But I have the chat here in this window, so I should be able to see it if anybody shows up. But I didn't actually advertise this. Sort of going to be an experiment. All right. So, what was I doing? Right, I was creating a Twitch vacuum. Also, I think the viewer that it shows is me, so that's fun. However, if you're watching this, let me know. Send a message in the chat. Say hi. Sort of thinking about getting back into Twitch again. I've been streaming on YouTube recently for the last like month and a half or so, and just sort of wanting to see if there's been any improvements here. And if there are, I might switch everything back over here. Oh, and I realized I should probably close the windows because it gets really loud. Well, I'm gonna do that. Okay, so project plan today. I'm gonna be working on a Twitch, sort of like a Twitch scraper, or rather a Twitch, how would I put it? Not a Twitch, a Twitter vacuum. So I want to like pull in tweets about something and then just store them into a database for future sort of like data science practice with them. But I need enough of them to actually be able to like do something with it. So I figure I'd create this now, and then like in a couple weeks I'll be able to do something. So first step, let's go ahead and create a, what do I call this? Well, it's going to go on to GitHub. Okay, so new repository. I'm going to call this Twitter vacuum. MIT license. I don't really care about a README right now. I get ignore. I'll just use node. Let's grab this down. Okay, super basic project. I don't see any reason for a front end for this right now. I just am gonna need a database. Thinking about what to use for a database, probably Mongo. Because I'm just gonna be getting like an array of objects in, and I can just throw that in there. But I won't worry about that right now. I wanna like actually get everything first. So let's see what we got here. I haven't actually looked what the state of Twitter. Well, just like what is Twitter stuff here? JavaScript. Oh no, you're still searching. Get up, you're taking forever. Oh yeah, okay, let's try it again. Bit rate is hovering around 3000. I'm trying to send it out as 3K, so it kind of caps itself there, but it's a little bit lower. I wonder if that's making it choppy. Why are you taking so long? Okay. Oh wait, this is not helpful. I see why you're taking too long. I didn't limit myself enough. Twist, Twitter, maybe like a node. Discontinued. Check out N Twitter. Scotch.io React tweets. Nope. Twitter clone. Nope. Wasn't there N Twitter? Twitter bot. So there was this user stream, but I believe they took that down, didn't they? Maybe I should just go take a look at Twitter dev. It's possible that like none of them are updated anymore because I think they just changed this. Okay, so I just want to get. I don't want to lower a few examples of our Twitter API endpoints, requests and responses. These examples use Twirl, a command line application that we use to make authenticated requests to the Twitter platform. Twirl is like curl, except that it abstracts away OAuth. Oh my gosh. Okay, so search API, search tweets published in the last 7 days. Okay. Don't need to add. Get tweet engagement metrics. Nope. Direct message, account activity. Embed a tweet. It's just going to be search. Search. So I know they turned off the stream. So if they turned off the streams, let's just get started with authentication then. Okay, so what do I need to do? Get started, display Twitter content on the web in your app. Open up TweetDeck. Wait, isn't that a third party? Oh no, that's their app, isn't it? To start finding and organizing tweets, you can create searches for trending hashtags or interesting topics, and then filter the results by engagement, location, users. But this is developer, right? Embedded on the web. To embed a tweet on a web. No, so don't care. Okay, this might be good. Build an app on Twitter. Okay, get started with the basic REST and streaming APIs. I thought they removed these. To get started, you must first create an app. So to use an endpoint, you must create an app that uses our OAuth-based authorization system. Visit, okay, I'm going to do this. Create new app. Name. I'm gonna call this vacuum. What do I want to? I guess do I want to call this something else or? What am I trying to vacuum up? Like I have a lot of ideas of like different news. I think for right now I might want to do things like different JavaScript news type stuff. I have some ideas of what to do in the future, like really cool things. But for right now, I want to do like learn analytics and machine learning stuff. So all I need is just a lot of data. So maybe we can predict what frameworks are going to be big. So I'm going to call this, is there a limit? 30 characters match. Front end framework, or just front end vacuum. Description. This will vacuum up tweets. Actually, I could just put this over here. This will vacuum up tweets that are about front end frameworks, development, and other cool stuff. Your application's publicly accessible homepage. If you don't have a URL, just put a placeholder here. So I'm going to say localhost. I don't have a URL yet. Callback URLs. Where should we return after successfully authenticating? I don't need a callback URL. I don't plan on like having anybody log into this. Yep, I've read Twitter in the past. Create your Twitter application. Okay. I'm probably gonna do something like on 3000. What? Not a valid URL format. This shouldn't need it. You don't have a star next to it. So is it this one? http://localhost 3000. Do I need like 127? Okay, so you didn't like localhost. You made me use the numbers. Fine. Okay, so you're having consumer API key. I don't like the fact that you just put that out there. Let's go ahead and manage keys and reset that. Regenerate. Yes, I'm sure I want to regenerate. Okay, so now I have that over there. Everything now I can't show on the stream or the video anymore because I have secret keys. And if you're sort of gonna follow along with the videos, which I'm gonna be putting these up on YouTube. If you're gonna follow along to create some kind of YouTube or a Twitter vacuum, then the secret keys are going to be sort of like a password. You do not want to expose those at all because people will abuse that. All right, so what is my next plan with this? Well, I have this. I created an app. Is there anything else I need to configure on there? Okay, so we have details. Like the callback, sign in with Twitter. I don't really care about that. All right, so app only authentication is something that I'm going to care about. We have settings. Oh, that's just the name. That's just all the stuff that I set up. Allow this application to be used to sign in with Twitter. No, this is not. I don't want anybody to OAuth with that. Application icon, I'm fine. I don't really care about that. Organization name, I mean, that's for people to look it up. I don't really care about any of those. We have our keys and access tokens. access token hasn't been created yet. So if I need one, I will create it. And permissions. What kind of access to my application and just read only. I don't need to like create tweets or send messages, just to read them. And I don't need email addresses from users. I'm not going to make anybody log in with my thing anyways. Okay, so we have that. Start using the endpoints. Once you set up your account, accessing the endpoint is super simple. Check out the documentation and API reference for additional details about each endpoint. There are many libraries and utilities. Okay. That's it. Just use this. Okay. I was kind of hoping that you'd like give me links to your actual, yeah, get starting with this. And then I just say, hey, go take a look at these libraries and utilities. There. Okay, so for Node, wait, did I miss it? Oh, JavaScript, Node.js. Okay, so there's the Quitter.js client and user stream. A simple Node.js user streams client. Is there anything else? No auth. Node library for OAuth. Okay, so what else do we have? Tweets. Okay, post, retrieve, and engage with tweets that I want to retrieve. Maybe I can just do a straight get. The following API endpoints can be used to programmatically retrieve tweets. So post status is update. Oh, so API reference. Oh, I probably want to search then. Search tweets. Okay, so Twitter API platform offers 3 tiers search. I'm gonna be this search API searches against a sampling of recent tweets published in the past 7 days. Part of the public set of APIs. Okay, I think I'm fine with that. Free and paid access to either the last 30 days of tweets or access to tweets from as early as 2006. Built on the reliability and full fidelity of our enterprise data APIs, provides the opportunity. Somebody named DevNull sent me a message. Oh, I know you. But you're not the person I'm waiting for. Feature summary. I guess, do they have, because they used to have something where you can like register and get the stream. Oh, sample real-time tweets? But I thought they got rid of that. Returns a small random sample of all public statuses. I don't want that. Filter. Okay, for standard number of filters, 400 keywords. 1 filter role on 1 connection, disconnection. Okay. This might be what I want. Okay, do you have like a guide for how to get there? All right, connecting to a streaming endpoint. Establishing a connection to the streaming APIs means making a very long-lived HTTP request. Parsing the response incrementally. Conceptually, you can think of it as downloading an infinitely long file over HTTP. That's a very interesting way of describing streaming. Authentication. The following authentication methods are supported by the streaming APIs: OAuth or Basic Auth. Connecting. To connect to the streaming API, form an HTTP request and consume the resulting stream for as long as it is practical. Our servers will hold the connection open indefinitely. Barring server-side error, excessive client-side lag, network hiccups, routine server maintenance, or duplicate logins. The method to form an HTTP request and parse the response will be different for every language. Some HTTP client libraries only return a response body after the connection has been closed by the server. These clients will not work for accessing the streaming API. You must use an HTTP client that will return response data incrementally. I wonder if I can use like WebSocket to do that, or if it's something else. Okay, they'll close it for this. Okay, so it looks like they'll shut it out for every if 90 seconds pass with no data received, including new lines, disconnect and reconnect immediately. Okay, so basically, if you haven't received anything in 90 seconds, it's probably a problem. How to reconnect, connection churn, rate limiting. Twitter does not make public the number of connection attempts which will cause a rate limiting to occur. There is some tolerance for testing and development. A few dozen connection attempts from time to time will not trigger a limit. Okay, so I need an HTTP client. I don't know if it's going to be a web server type, WebSocket type thing. It doesn't sound like it's going to be. What's my endpoint? Do you... Okay, rate limits, rate limiting, response code, cursoring, callback URL. Oh, just give me the basic... Like, oh, API reference, host status or filter. Okay, return public statuses that match one of the filters. Okay, here we go. Resource URL. Stream.twitter.com, 1.1, statuses filter.json. Okay, so if I take this, requires authentication, yes. Rate limited, yes. Parameters follow a comma separated list of user IDs indicating the users to return statuses for in the stream. Keywords to track. Phrases of keywords are specified by comma separated list. Locations. Okay, I don't really care about like the where in the world. Delimited. Specified whether messages should be length delimited. Stall warnings. Specify whether stall warnings should be delivered. Maybe. An example request. Okay, so HTTPS stream twitter.com, statuses filter.json, track just Twitter. Okay. So I kind of wonder, node HTTP streaming response. Like, can I use Axios for that? Axios JS streaming. Okay. Forming a GET request. Async await. That's not really what I want. A stream. Concurrent. Concurrence, that's still not what I want. These don't look like it. Request config. Because normally in a promise, they're just going to call that function once. Aha! Response type indicates the type of data that the server will respond with. Options are array buffer, blob, document, JSON, text, or stream. So that's what I want. I want stream. Okay, so this, I don't think I should need any of those. Shouldn't need a proxy. I do want to use that stream thing. I think that's all I really care about. Handling errors, cancellation. Okay, so a node. All right, let's see if we can do, is there like an Axios stream? No, that's just, oh, that's not what I want. Axios JS stream. Support stream, response, and browser. I don't care. I just want the backend streaming. Although what we can do is we can come back here. Let's go to npm's Axios. So npm Axios. Is there a stream thing in here? Okay, so get request for a remote image. Okay, I think this might be what I want because I can do response.data.pipe. Which then is calling fs and passing it this. Unturned X, welcome to the stream. What do you mean by setting your stream title? Oh, a Twitter vacuum. Basically, what I'm thinking of doing is just creating a little small backend service that will just search for like listen to tweets and then just store those tweets in a database so that later I can do a little bit of analysis with them, like see if I can play with machine learning with it. But I need to pull a bunch of them together before I can get any good statistical analysis going. But thanks for the question. Okay, so I think we just play with this and see what happens. So that's what do I have here? Let's touch my app.js, npm init. All right, that's good. And let's npm install Axios. All right, so in our app.js, I don't think they have import yet, right? Import is not something we can do. Yeah, unexpected token import. So I can't do something like import. It would be something like this: const Axios equals import Axios. But I'm very sure that that's not a thing yet in Node. Nope, and I'm not going to worry too much about it. I don't want to set up like a Babel just for this. Man, code is running slow. File is a common JS module. It may be converted to an ES6 module. Well, okay, but that's not something I can do. Let's go back to the documentation and figure out what I want to do here. I want to do Axios, method get, URL, and response type. So Axios, method get. I should just open this to the right here. Okay, so I have method, URL. Where were we looking? It's here. Okay, so I'm going to have URL, which comes to here. Status is filter JSON. And I can then say who to follow or what keywords to track. And then response type is going to be stream. I guess I don't have to do a stream. This will like get everything, right? Which is kind of what I want for a test. Okay, so response type stream. And then, then we'll find out what that response is going to look like. So dot then we'll have the response, and we'll do something with here, and then we'll also have a dot catch, which will take in an error. And if there is an error, we can first console dot error error single quotes, there was an error. Hey, go away. There was an error getting the data. Error. Okay, so that gives me that. Then we can just figure out what to do with this res. We have this response data.pipe. So there's a cool project similar to yours, but for Twitch, it can grep user logs on a specific channel if they're open. Oh, interesting. Let me open that in another window. Oh, is it like for Twitter though, or is it just for? Looks like a chat. Like for chat with different Twitch streams. Oh, that's for Twitch. Okay. This one's going to be for Twitter. So I guess like yeah, I can see how they're like similar for that. And what do I want to do? Well, we don't really know what this is. Response data pipe. Can we see what that is? Response data. Like if I search for pipe, that's literally the only match. Okay, so I can take response data pipe. Is it going to just like call this function over and over again and pass it what it finds? Let's find out. So res.data.pipe, that's a function. And let's just throw in a console.log and let it just like constantly write this out. We'll find out. Okay, so let's just. Oh, I bet if I try to run this, it won't work at all. Actually, surprisingly, it worked. It did something. Okay, there was an error getting the data. The request failed with status code 401, so not authorized, denied. Okay, so I have to hand it. How do you want me to give you? Accounts and users, no, basics. How do I authenticate? Application only authentication is probably what I want here. Keep on checking. Not yet. I'm sort of waiting this to. This is a test stream with Twitch, and I'm waiting for some people to come home so we can go out to dinner. But I'm doing this while I'm waiting. Okay, so application only authentication. I should just be able to use my secret key for this. Yeah, I don't need this. Wait, it will not be able to connect to streaming endpoints? Well, okay. So there's OAuth. Okay, to use this method, you'll have to pass your consumer key and secret through post OAuth2/token endpoint to receive a bearer token. API calls that are still rate limited. Or can I do basic? APIs that use basic. Wait, didn't this thing? Boy, this website is not that good. Docs. API reference. Tweets. Filter real-time tweets. API reference. Post status filter. All right. Requires authentication. Yes. User context only. So we have to go find where that is. So I need user context only. So is that just OAuth? Twitter supports a few authentication methods. API type streaming API is OAuth signed. OAuth echo is a means to securely delegate OAuth authorization with a third party or interacting with an API. No, don't need that. OAuth with the Twitter API. I may just do this. What's interesting is they have application only authentication. See, I don't need to post tweets. Using OAuth, application only authentication. To use OAuth, an application must. Okay, that's fine. It's strongly recommended to use one of these libraries. I was trying to avoid using one of these libraries. Single user OAuth with examples. Issuing application only requests. The only problem is I don't think, like it says in our documentation that they will not allow me to connect to the streaming API. And that's the only thing that I want to get. I want to get the streaming API, which means I need OAuth. Okay. Standard, a wealth of client libraries. Maybe I should just use one of these and then just connect in. Let's see what they have. Developer utilities. Nope. SDKs. No, where is it? Twitter libraries. And then if we go and find JavaScript here, they have the Twitter.js client and UserStream, but I don't think it's UserStream. I think maybe Twitter.js client I can. It's not, its build is failing. It's been 2 years since anybody worked on it. Let's see, how would this work, assuming it does? I need to use a Twitter app. I put in the keys, access token secret, callback URL. It has a custom REST API. Get tweet, get this, cursored information. I don't see anything about streaming, which is not, like, that's the only thing I want. Up, and there's my home person, so I am going to log off. But thank you guys for stopping by and watching. I'm gonna play around with Twitch more for the next week or so. Anyways, with that, I'm out of here. Have a good one.